Bruh, whenever you ready, dog, I'm ready to get to it, man. I got home because on Tuesdays I teach at a school virtually. So I'm
Okay.
trying to like grade papers and work, home life and everything. Just trying to get balanced, man. Gotta kind of get back into the groove of things. You know what I'm saying?
Man, what you teaching, man?
I teach ethics.
Yeah.
And that's just like moral behavior, like right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like how do you know something is right? How you know something wrong? But it's off of it. But it's by Christian values, right?
Okay.
So you know how somebody say, man, like you got to have a moral compass,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So it's
yeah. You
like,
have to,
doing,
for
yeah.
sure.
So it's about doing something right. But then the ethic part is the ethics. When people say you got to have good ethics, that that is based upon how you come to the conclusion that something is right or wrong. So the moral standpoint is that it's right. The ethic
Right.
part is the work to know that it's right.
Okay.
Right. And then I also teach apologetics. So apologetics is how to defend your faith. Right? If someone say God's not real, it be you have to explain or use you can use the Bible, but you can use different resources to prove that God is real.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Or if, you know how like let me try to think. Let me try to think. Like one of the biggest things is is Jesus God, right? So if you ask me is
Right.
Jesus God, I'm gonna say yes, right? Then you can be like prove it. Then it becomes my job to prove it. So it's not apologizing for it, but apologetics means to defend. So you're just defending your faith.
Okay. How long you been doing that?
This is my third year. This is my third year. Second, no, yeah, third year. My third year teaching.
Oh, okay. Okay. How's it going though?
It's going pretty well. No really complaints. My students seem to enjoy my teaching, so I get some positive feedback. So I'm always looking to get better. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Always trying to get better, man. I think I'll be all right. I think I can handle it. It's gonna be fun. Bruh, your boy is not unprofessional over here, bruh. That a Patriot? That's a Buffalo jersey or a
you
Patriots
know it.
jersey?
You know it.
What? Buffalo?
You know it.
Are you a Buffalo fan now?
Man, been a Buffalo fan. You
You
ain't
you
never
ain't,
seen me with nothing Ravens. You heard me.
I thought you were a Carolina Panther fan.
Nah, you ain't thought that, cuz. Hell nah. Hell nah. I wore this specifically for y'all tonight. No.
No, I'd have put on one of my Ravens jerseys.
Uh-uh. I've been a Bills fan since '86.
I hear that. I hear that.
And Ravens ain't exist till what? 96, 97.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Yeah, I couldn't jump on the bandwagon, man. All right. From the streets to the pulpit. This is the Preacher and the Gangster, a weekly raw conversation with two wisdoms that meets between the streets and the church. Elder Moore, the preacher, PhD, will bring you the truth with a little bit of scripture and some holy conviction. Me, Big Ant, the gangster, will give you all the game, will break down the street culture, relationships, and real life. No sugarcoating, no holding back. This is the preacher and the gangster.
Because salvation isn't just for Sundays. This is the preacher and the gangster.
Exactly. Together, we tackle all street life, family, church, social media, battle between facts and faiths. Get ready for the truth, whether it inspires you or makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable.
I'm Elder James Moore. I'm coming from the Holy Scriptures to give you a church perspective on various topics. The conversation is raw, is real. I'm bringing truth from scriptures with a little holy conviction.
We're not just bringing you the word and the wisdom. It's time we open up phone lines and have special guests. Yep, that's right. We'll have special guests, street legends, spiritual giants, influencers, and even folks that you've been dying to hear from on topics that we'll be sharing with you and stories that will spark a little bit of conversation.
All right, here we go. The Preacher and the Gangster. Tonight's topic is what? What are we talking about, Big Ant?
So this episode, season 2, we're gonna talk about who's the real MVP in a relationship. In this episode, me and the preacher, we dive into an age-old debate and who holds the most weight and who holds the most value in a relationship, the man or the woman, on the shifts in dynamics, perception, and household responsibility and roles in the household. So the first thing, introduction, priest, why don't you just give them some kind of, I guess, either inspirational or some scripture about relationships or partnerships, if I say respect and mutual.
Partnership.
Yes,
Man, well, I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is scripture about a man that finds a wife finds a good thing. And this is something that the second part is rarely spoken about. It says, a man that findeth a good wife finds a good thing, and he has favor with the Lord. So a lot of times we don't really talk about that second part of that scripture because a lot of times we kind of narrow in about a man looking for a wife. But when you find a wife, you don't just find a woman, you find a good thing. And we can get into what that good thing is about. But that man has favor with God when he finds that good thing. And then we can talk about what that favor or how he comes about gathering that favor when he finds that good thing as we kind of continue to talk through everything tonight.
Okay, but let me ask you, is it just about a man finding a good thing, or when does a woman find a good thing? How does that work?
Well, it's mutual. I don't think it's separated.
Oh, okay.
This is the thing. We look at the gender rather than looking at the person, right? So when we look
Right.
at the person in God's eyes, everyone is valuable.
True.
Both parties are valuable. No one is more valuable than the other. What we're talking about here is the contributions and how the individuals value the person, but also value what they bring, as we say, what they bring to the table.
Okay, so valuing who comes brings what to the table, does that make them head of household? Does that make them what? Like, is it a tier? Or is it like even, you saying even ground no matter what?
Well, I mean, according to scriptures, right, the man is the head of the household. There is a tier. So
Okay.
there's God, man, woman, and then child or children, if you will. So that's the tier, right? We can go all the way back to Genesis. Who was created first? Man. Then woman was created, and then obviously God is an uncreated being. So there's God. He created man. Woman was made out of man, and children are birthed out of woman. So the same order of how mankind came about is the order of the foundation of the family.
Okay.
Now, when we get into responsibilities, now we're talking about roles, right? We don't want to get those we don't want to get those mixed up because when we look at roles are spread out based upon how the individuals function in their relationship, right? Because oftentimes they say a man should do this and a woman should do that. To some degree, that may have some truth in it. But in this modern day, women. Well, let me put it. Let me kind of back up. Some women
No, don't back up,
are
man.
capable. No. Because I don't want to. I'm not a religious person, but religion plays a part in my life, right? So I'm not a religious thinker, but I have to consider religion because religion is the foundation of faith. Without religion, you can't have faith, right? So when I say I don't want to operate out of religion, a lot of times when we look at religion, we're looking at the norms, right? We're looking at how things used to be, right? And you don't want to kind of get caught up in how things used to be because then you can't think outside the box, right? You can't live in today's time with thinking about how things was in the 70s, 80s, you know what I mean, the 60s and the 50s, because that's just not the reality in the life that we live in.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said let me back up. And me backing up was just saying that, some women are able to do some of the things that men are doing. Or
True.
some women do things that men do, right?
Right.
Just a small task that we say men supposed to do. Something small. I'm gonna just say like taking out the trash.
Right.
Some women take out the trash. Some women cut grass. You
Right.
know what I mean? We got female police officers. We got female truck drivers. We're
Right.
talking about jobs or roles or responsibilities that was truly dedicated for men, right?
Right.
So when we talk about, gender roles and responsibilities, I mean, it's layered, man. It's layered. You know what I mean? And uh, for society as a whole, I, I believe that there is nuances now in this day and time that we ought to consider when we talk about who's more valuable, who brings what to the table. I think that's all that concept is between those two individuals.
Yeah, that's true. But a lot of society today is like who brings the bread to the table. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more the bread than anything nowadays. So I just be trying to figure out like how does that dynamic, even the man supposed to be the man of the household, how can you live if a woman is living by today's society, she looks at a man like he's not it if he's not bringing in the bread. You know what I'm saying?
That's her fault.
Yeah.
That's her fault. That ain't the man's fault.
Nah.
That's a, That's what I mean by that. That's what I mean by her fault. This is what I mean by that. What I mean by that is that that's her standard, and no one. And I'm not here to argue what someone's standard is, right?
Right.
With having standards, need to have a touch of reality in it. Because if
Right.
you have standards that is beyond comprehension, or no, it's not comprehension, beyond reality, your truth is going to become your nightmare.
Yeah. Cause you you
Your
could be
truth is
you
going
can
to
have a
become your
lot of
nightmare,
money.
right?
You can have all the money in the world, but that don't mean you no leader though. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that'll make you a good person because you got all the money
And
in
that
the
don't
world
make
either.
you a good person at all. You hear me? Like most people with a lot of money like that ain't
Exactly.
good people. So I agree with you, preacher. I agree with you. But it's just the way the society we live in now. You're judged by what you have. I can preach to you all day long, but it's like, man, if you ain't got this, you might not even really be a man. So and then
Who?
a woman will look at a man will look at a woman like if she ain't got a BBL or looking like this, she ain't you know what I'm saying? Like so it's like so many
Well,
it's like so many things that society puts puts in between us that's why like men and women we so split and we can't make a decision on what we want because it's just like, damn, if my girl don't look like this chick, she ain't bad. Shit, that girl probably dumb as a box of bricks. But they
right.
ain't telling you that. They just telling you how good she look. Yeah, but she ain't worth a damn. So that's my point.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
I agree
but
with you totally. But fighting against society and trying to tell a young person like, yo, you know what I'm saying? This dude, he might be a good guy. This girl she might be a good woman. If you give a person a chance and you see what they really like and what kind of leader they can be, other than just jumping out the window like, oh, that guy don't look good, he don't dress good, or he ain't like this and like that. They just judging, oh, he ain't buying me a bag, he ain't buying me a purse, and he ain't nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is that? That's not a real value.
right. So let me ask you this question: Is dudes out there in the streets really chasing women with BBLs, bro? Is that the
I
type of
I
woman
I
they chasing after?
I think
I'm
for
just asking a question.
I think for I think it's like a what you would never have type thing. You know what I'm saying? So
Uh huh.
if you if you're in that that realm of club partying, you know, seeing women dolled up and all that kind of thing, like yeah, that's what they chasing because that's what that culture is pushing them to. The culture is not pushing you to like to find a down home girl or nothing like that. Cause that's why a lot of down home girls online just talking about dudes like they foul, but dudes don't even know that down home girls exist anymore. Like, you'll hear a dude be like, man, I don't even see these girls no more. I don't even see regular girls no more. But you see the type girls that be out in social events or social places and stuff like that.
So you answered my question because I was about to ask you, like, are these wiping these, women with these BBLs or these club women? So you already kind of just answered my question. So they looking for natural beauty, right? They looking for
Right. That's true.
women with
That's totally
uh,
true. That's
character.
totally true. What you really know after you done been chasing though. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying like a cat that ain't know nothing but still like, yo, I'm getting some money. These kind of girls like me because I'm getting some money or whatever. They gonna try that for sure because they think that's what the
Oh yeah, yeah,
society of social media think you supposed to be with. But once you realize, yo, this girl dumb as hell and like don't got no sense whatsoever, bro. Like, oh my God, you can sit down with one of them and be like, what are you talking about? Like, it wouldn't make no sense
right,
to you, and it wouldn't make any sense to you. What that's all
yeah,
you got is a booty and some makeup on. That's all you got for me. That's when you see dudes is like, oh man, I don't even know
right,
what I was getting myself into. I don't even know why I even thought this was real life.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's really like a cartoon for real. I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? Like,
Right,
I'm
right,
really
right,
thinking dudes and like you saying, no, it dudes ain't wifing them, but because of the simple fact they done went through a slew of them and like, yo, I can't even find a bad goddamn that got a little bit of sense. A little bit of sense will probably make a nigga like,
right,
oh, I think I can goddamn make her somebody. A man ain't got a dime of sense. And then you be like, man, like what I'm gonna do with you? And that's all you wanna do is look pretty all day. Got
right.
you want to sit around all day, do nothing, and you talking about there's women that take out trash and mowing lawns and you know what I'm saying, man, they ain't gonna touch a toothbrush like man ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like, yo, you the man, you gotta do everything. And you just like, yo, I would do everything for the woman that's gonna take care of me. Like they don't know that side of it.
Mhm.
They just figure like a dude just going look out for you because you look pretty or you give him some sex or something like that. And at the end of the day, like yo, when you get sick, dog, when you down and out, she gonna be chilling somewhere else. Like that nigga, man, he ain't got no money. He broke right now. He gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till he hit me back, or I'm gonna wait till he get his funds up or something like that. And dudes go through that shit every
Yeah,
day.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And dudes be like, yo, man, I can't,
Yeah,
I don't mess
yeah.
with girls like that. And you be like, why? Like, yeah, because I used to do that. But and girls don't be really caring about nothing unless you got some money or you supporting them in some kind of way. And until you wake up one day and you realize like damn, I was all the time I was taking her out to dinner and buying her something, she was cool with me. When I just say, nah, baby, I just want
Right,
to do
right,
Netflix.
right, right, right,
I just want Netflix and chill. Man, you out the door with it. You might not even hear from her for a minute.
right.
Like, damn, I thought you cared about me or something like that. Nah, she cared about what you doing for her. And that's the thing that I'm saying. Like, dudes gotta go through something that feel like they got some money and like, man, I want that. I want a girl that look like that or look like she got a BBL looking all this and all that. But as you see that they don't get wife like that, because of the simple fact that at the end of the day, you be like, yo, I can't even do nothing with you. Like, You ain't supportive. You wouldn't take care of me if I'm sick. You wouldn't mow
Mm-hmm.
the lawn or take out the trash if I couldn't, if my arm was broken. You'll leave me in the dirt. You'll leave me in the dirt and just leave me alone and just be like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and that's the whole thing I'm saying is like
Yeah.
real women don't don't even look at money like that. Look, they want you to make money.
You said what?
I say real women don't look at money like that. They want the things that they want, and you supposed to take care of her how you supposed to take care of her. But
Right.
she ain't just wanting you for your dime. Like a
Okay.
woman
Yeah,
just
yeah.
wanting you
Okay,
for
I
your
agree.
dime, that's crazy.
Now check this out here. Let me give you a little snippet. I'm gonna give you little pieces of this. This is Psalm 31, and this is talking about a virtuous woman, right?
All right,
Uh, an excellent wife who can find. She is far more precious than the jewels. Her heart, her heart of her husband trust is in her, and he will have no lack of gain. She does him good, not harm, all the days of her life. That's part of Psalm 31. I can read the whole thing, but it's giving you
it's
the character of a good woman.
right.
It's giving you a character of a type of woman you should be looking for. Here, let me give you another little snippet in there. She rises while it is yet night, and provides food for her household and portions for her maidens. She consider a field and the fields and buys it. With the fruits of her hands, she plants in the vineyard. Now that part is talking about she's creative. She's going out there making money. You know what I'm saying? She's going
Right.
out doing her thing. Let me give you another part of it. I might just go and just read the whole thing.
Go ahead and
It's
read it,
another
man.
part here. She opens her hands to the poor and reaches out of her hands to the and reaches out her hand to the needy. That means she is giving. She helps out the people that's less fortunate. I was told by an OG, like when you take a girl out, observe how she treat everybody. Observe how she treat our waitress. If the waitress or waiter, bring back the wrong food or the wrong item or the wrong drink, watch how she handle herself. Does she get loud and get disrespectful, or is she kind and meek, and understandable and reasonable? Like some of those traits is like how they treat people on the street is how they gonna treat you, if not worse. You know
True.
what I'm saying? Because we do more harm to the people we know than the people we don't know. So
True.
if someone's willing to treat someone they don't know like that, you only can imagine how they're going to treat you.
I believe that though. But that goes with saying like I still feel like the man historically like the man is supposed to be the provider and woman is supposed to be the nurturer. I don't see where that has to clash at. People make it like a clash, like it's trying to be like the man like it's like the boss of you or something. And that ain't what that meant. People take that as offensive now. Like it's supposed to be some shit like leaving a woman like barefoot and pregnant type. That ain't how it's supposed to work.
Nah, bro, that's what
It's
I
supposed to
mean.
be like a team thing. I believe a relationship is supposed to be
Yeah,
like
now
a team
in
thing
these days,
anyway.
man.
I don't see no other way. I want to support her just the
Bro,
same way she support me. I want her to be as smart as me. You know what I'm saying? Or smarter than me. You know,
right.
it's like when
I
you
think I think there's I think there's this. Go ahead.
go
Go ahead.
no,
I'm
you
sorry. Go
go
ahead.
ahead. You go ahead. You go ahead.
I was about to say I think there's a song. I think there is a very poor perspective on history when it comes to men and women relationships. They make it seem like women never worked, or there was never a two house income. Like that's
Right.
not true. Women always work, bruh. They
Right.
may not have worked in an office building, but they worked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There
Or
was
had the same
always
pay
teamwork
grade or something
within
like
the
that. But
relationship.
yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So to make it sound like only men work and only men brought money to the house is not true, bro. That is
Right.
a false narrative that when you go and look, maybe not as many women was in the work field, you know what I'm saying? Or corporate America, as you will, as men. But women always work, bro. Whether it was in the house or outside the house. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially for our people, they work beside their men in the field. So I'm not
Exactly.
sure like how do we get to this place where, you know, the whole aura is only the man supposed to work. That's
I don't know,
historically that's
cuz I don't know
false,
where
bro.
that. I don't know how
That
that is.
women work,
I think
but
that
was
came
women
about
in the
before
work
me and
field
you
as
was
much as
born.
women? No, bro. But that's not.
I think that came about
Yeah,
before me
but
and
it's
you
not
was born.
historically.
You
It's
hear
not
me, man?
accurate
Because
though.
I
You know
don't
what I'm
know.
saying?
You know what I mean? Like I don't know where that come. I don't know where that comes from. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how. Now, I can say, man, like, to be honest, man, to be honest, it's some dumb dudes out here, bro. Like, so I believe,
Both ways,
yo,
yeah.
I believe it really comes from a dude. You know what I'm saying? Like a man whoever started it. You know what I'm saying? Because of the simple fact he probably didn't want his women to come up.
Right.
So it makes you look more like a man and feel like a
Oh
man
yeah,
in
that's
that
part of it.
perspective.
Yeah.
If you say, well, oh yeah, girl, don't read this book. I just need you cleaning, and I'll make sure I bring home the bacon. You know what I'm saying? Well, she could have been an astronaut, dummy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not the one. I can't go and hate. You know what I'm saying? Because you might
Yeah.
know something that I don't. But I can see it coming from a guy that don't want his woman to like go out and achieve more than he has to achieve, or even believe in herself more than you do. You know what I'm saying? Because if you say, you know,
I mean,
if you say, yeah,
yeah.
oh, okay, I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna take care of the family. I'm gonna pay all the bills. I'm gonna do all this and all that. You just stay home and you take care of the kids and all that. Not even plus the money missing, but just like a whole nother. Like you don't know what she could do going outside the doors and helping and bringing in the family whatever she can bring in. You know what I'm saying? She could go to school and become whatever, doctorate or whatever. But if you just don't want her to succeed in life, I could see a dude like, oh yeah, nah, baby, you ain't gotta work, you ain't gotta do nothing, you ain't gotta start your own business. You just depend on me forever. You know what I'm saying? Like I'ma just hold it down. Like you don't gotta read
Yeah.
books.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just sit here and watch reality shows all day and you know what I'm saying, and be around kids and chasing around kids and shit all day and gain weight and shit all day. Yo, I can see that. I can see that, and that's a dude that I feel like a woman
Yeah.
should have been. It should be like, damn, yo, like do he want me to be successful, or do he want me to be a woman of my own? You know what I'm saying? Because if you just going by just saying ethical wise, and you just saying, well, we're the man that's supposed to take care of the household, I believe that part, but I'm not just gonna leave my wife and my
Yeah.
woman out not knowing what she can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what you're capable of, but let me know, baby, what you are capable of. I can help you
Absolutely.
out. You know what I'm saying? You might know how to make t-shirts. You might know how to make anything. You know what I'm saying? But if I just say, oh yeah, I'm gonna just be the provider, I don't want you to do anything. I don't want you to lay a hand. I just want you to sit here and just raise babies all day. Like who the hell want to raise babies all day, cuz? Like, I don't. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? So I
Nah,
can
not in this
imagine.
day, not in this modern day, man. Women want to work. They want their own, bro.
That's
They
that
want their own.
that's what I'm saying. So to even put that
They want their own,
so to
man.
even put that even out there, it gotta be like a,
And that ain't
a
nothing new.
it trips me out though. It trips me out though because I just be like, man,
That ain't
I
that's
don't work
nothing
I
new.
don't work that way, man. You know what I'm saying? Like if
Nothing new, man.
even if I had a bunch of money, I wouldn't want you to go ahead and not and pursue your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't deter you from
You're 50-50, man.
50-50, man. Man, I'm a whatever man. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm an 8.
You're a 50-50, man.
All right, so you saying about the 50-50. So
Yeah.
what is that though? Like what do you call a 50-50? What's a 50-50?
From my understanding, you split everything down the
Shit,
middle.
why not? Why not?
You said the man's supposed to be the
Huh?
provider. You said the man's supposed to be the
But
provider.
I'm saying, like, if you need be, why not? What, you gonna be broke? You gonna be a broke provider?
I'm just asking the
So
question,
I'm
man.
saying,
Hey.
is that a such thing? Like, is 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 it supposed to be like 60-40, or is it supposed to be 100 and 100?
I think
Let me, or supposed to be 100 and
I think
0? What is it supposed to be? Cause I don't know. I don't
I
know
think
what the
I think
50-50. What's the 50-50 chances of her leaving your ass? So let me know. Shit, you
that's it.
100% in this thing. So if you 100% doing some shit and she leave your ass, what you gonna do? You gonna be like, oh man, I done put 100%
Hey,
into this woman and she done left my ass for Loca Joker. Man, shit me. I mean, you at least gotta be what? I don't know, 75-25. I don't know. What?
no, dog.
I don't know what you
No, bro. You gotta you gotta be 100 and
it
100, bro. I don't do that 50-50. I don't do that 75. I don't do that 8. I ain't doing no
man, look here,
percentage.
I
Only
agree
percentage
with you
I'm doing
there,
is
but
100. As they say, what's mine is yours and what's yours is
but
mine.
the
That's the only way I
50-50
roll,
people
bro.
ain't trying to hear that shit. The 50-50 people like,
I ain't got
oh
nothing
no,
to
I
do with
don't want
that.
to do 50-50 because he gonna take something from me or he taking something from me. What? Okay. Listen, check this out. Then check this out. Let me ask you, cuz, how can it really be? How can it really
Uh-huh.
be 50-50? How can it really be 50-50 if you paying for dinners, you paying for movies, you taking care of the
Right.
kids? How is it ever 50-50? Up to a real man to another real man? If you was splitting shit. If you was splitting shit. But if to a real man, being honest, you do way more than 50-50, regardless if you split bills or whatever you do. You have to think, do your wife buy
True
you
that.
flowers, my boy? You gotta buy flowers, you gotta buy candies, you gotta buy Valentines and cards. Father's Day, do you get anything? If you do, it's some socks, some something, a tie.
Right,
So how
right,
can it ever be 50-50 if you're a real dude? I only mess with real dudes. So if a dude say, yo, my girl pay this bill, I don't care about none of that. But because I know in the long run,
right.
yo, come on, dog. Like, I know you know how much you done spent. You don't have to say it because that's your woman. You love her to death. You supposed to take care of her. I respect that part.
Right.
But it's no way that a woman that I love can say I'm going 50-50 with her, because it ain't nothing that she probably don't have being with me. I don't got
Right.
purses, bro. I don't have purses. But you know how many purses my woman got? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
so
Right.
so that don't even add up with the 50-50 anyway. But we can go to shoes. We go to shoes. We can go how much money get put in the gas tank. Oh my God, come on, you got to fill up the tank, my dog. Like, do your woman go
Right.
fill up your tank for you, my man?
Right.
So I don't get mad at that, because if a woman really want to have that conversation, or a woman or a man want to have that conversation, I know an honest man is really, he does a lot more than 50-50. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad if you have to get to where you need to go. If you and your man need to get to where y'all need to go, y'all got to go 50-50, man. Come on, yo. Y'all trying to get somewhere. But at the same time, you still got to take your hat off to that man if he doing what he's supposed to be doing. You can't just you
Right.
can't get
Right.
mad. You can't get mad because you might not have this purse today, or you might not got this for Christmas or such and such. But you know when your man is up, he up. Only people
Right.
that complain about that
Right.
kind of stuff, man, are people that ain't never had a man or woman do a go over and beyond for them. You know what I'm saying? Because if you know your woman went beyond and beyond for you one day or a couple days this last week or something, she done cook you a hell of a meal or something. Man, you got chicks nowadays can't even cook, bro.
Yeah.
So what are you telling me? What are you telling me about going 50-50 or something if you can't cook? What you want to go eat out every day? Come on, bro. I ain't going to eat out every day. I don't care how much money I got,
That's what
cuz I don't care how much money I have, cuz I will not go and eat out every day. I want a home cooked meal. You feel what I'm saying? I feel frustrated if I don't get something brewing on the stove. If it don't come from a stove, man, I get sick. You hear me? Like, so I'm going to take care of mine. I'm going to take care of mine. So, baby, you got this bill. It shouldn't be nothing to her. It shouldn't be nothing to her to help you out
right.
or take care of you for a moment if you down. If a man is down, if you down,
Right.
she
Right. Right.
already know what you done did for her and what you will do for her when you up. So on my behalf, the 50-50 shit is like people that ain't never been through nothing before with somebody. Cause you can go, if you really had a real man in your life, you'll be like, yo, I remember when my man was up here and he took care of me, girl. I ain't had to worry about nothing. I ain't had to do nothing. He brought me everything I want. But don't tear him down because he asked you to pay a bill or he asked you to do something and you looking around like, oh, why I gotta do this? Or why when he's telling us he's saying 50-50 now, then I know. I believe it's supposed to be 100 and 100. You know what I'm saying? I believe in that part.
Right.
So if you ain't bringing nothing to the table but some ass, I'm sorry. I'ma definitely have to ask you to go 50-50 with me because you ain't gonna leave me. You is not leaving me, Jack. And think you gonna leave me and go somewhere and I'm broke as hell. As soon as you leave me, I'm like, yo, what the hell I'm gonna do? Stay on my daddy couch or something? Cause I done invest all my money into this girl. And she just like, oh no, oh, you ain't the same guy as last year. You ain't got it like you had last year and all that. Like what? Like why would I? You know what I'm saying? Like why would I put 100 into you and I ain't getting no investment back? I think that's what I believe in. That's
You
what
know
I
what?
believe because I believe is an investment on both behalf. You got to invest in her. She got to invest in you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
That's how I look at it.
You know what? They made me while you was talking. It made me think about Adam and Eve. When Adam and Eve came together, they was both whole people. They was whole people when they
Right.
got together. So when you talk about 50-50, that's why I said, I believe in 100-100. Bring 100 of you, and I'll bring 100 of me, and I'll use the word that you use. I'm gonna invest in our relationship. You know what I'm saying? And make it work for how it works for us, because not everybody relationship works the same way. You know what I mean? Every relationship has its own dynamics and its own challenges. So you know what I mean? The two individuals got to make it work for them, how it flow for them. If paying the bills, uh, splitting the bills up works for you, then flow. If my man can handle the bills by himself, flow. If the lady gonna take care of the bills and he take care of like the mortgage and the cars and she pay all the small bills, then you flow. You know what I'm saying? But I don't, this whole 50-50 thing, like you said, I don't really get it because somebody's gonna be coming out of their pockets
That's
more
all.
than the
That's
other
all.
person. You know what I mean? Like you said, the little small gifts here and
If
there.
you
You know
want
what
to
I mean?
really, if you want to
Like you
really go
mentioned, like
there,
the
that's what I'm
gifts.
saying. So don't go there with me. I don't want to go there with you, but don't let me be petty, cause I can
You're
be
right.
petty. You feel what I'm saying? I can be petty.
Yeah, I mean, the only way you really go 50-50, you got to start keeping
That's what
tabs,
I'm
right?
saying.
Because
So
you
we
got to
don't
pay
want to
this
go
bill, I pay
tab.
this bill.
We
You got
don't
to pay,
go.
you
We
know what
don't
I
want
mean?
to go tab for tab.
So we,
Yo, that's the thing about me, cause my
we,
thing is, cause that my thing is
we roommates, bro. If you go 50-50 with your girl, you roommates, bro. Y'all not,
exactly. So that's
y'all
what I'm saying.
roommates.
So, cause you don't want to go 50-50 with me, cause I'm gonna get petty. We can pull receipts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to hear it
Right,
because
right.
if you doing just like we can say historically, if you're doing your manly duties, it's always going to be the woman that you hold to a difference. Because especially if she a mother, let's go to the mother side.
Right.
You gotta
Right.
respect the
Right.
mother. You gotta make sure she's straight. You gotta make sure the kid's straight, and the kids ain't straight unless the mother's straight. That's across the board. So if you're a real one, I know she's straight. I know you ain't gonna let nothing happen to her because there can't nothing happen to the
Right.
kids. If something happened to her, that's what I'm
That's right.
saying. So if something happened to her, something happening to the kids. So I already know you holding it down.
Right.
Now, is she complaining or something? Yeah, sure. I mean, you're gonna get, you're gonna get the shorter end of the stick on an argument. That don't mean nothing. But she can't come out of her mouth and say you ain't no real one. You ain't really there. You ain't there. I mean, you gonna get them arguments whereas though she gonna feel like her feelings into some role or something. You got to let women have their feelings. I'm cool with that. But being honest, she gonna tell you. She gonna let people know you're a real one because you ain't just got her out here looking crazy. You ain't got her out here looking crazy and
Yeah.
not. What am I worth really? I don't
Right.
think you are worth
Right.
a
Right.
whole lot if you can't hold that part of the relationship down. If she can't depend on you with being a father figure for your kids and being there in the household, regardless if you're there or not. If you're not there physically all the time,
Absolutely.
but she know and respect that the kids respect you, and she respects you, that you will make something shake. Come on, yeah. I always been that kind of dude, cuz I'm gonna
Absolutely.
make something shake. We might not got it today, but I don't know what happened. Some shit magically appears tomorrow, like boom, got that nigga like Santa Claus. You hear me? Like I don't
Right.
know where
Right.
it came from, but it just happened. You
Right.
heard me? Like so when when when
You
I go
got it.
outside,
That's all you need to
we
know.
might not be able to
Don't worry
talk
about
about it when
how
I
I
come
got
in
it.
the
Just
house,
know we
but
got
Daddy
it.
made it happen. You heard me?
Exactly. Don't worry about
Don't
how we
worry
got
about
it.
how
Just
we
know we
got
got
it. You
it.
said it was something
That's all you
wrong.
need to know.
I made it happen, didn't I? See,
That's right.
that's what I'm saying. Like a
Exactly.
man is supposed to be but okay, all the bills and all that shit, man. Everybody got bills. You got to deal with it. But that's the point of a man and a father that I feel like is missing because you got to give a dude that chance. When you get that chance, that's what as a man, I feel like that's what you're supposed to do. I'm going to teach my sons to be that way. Like, look, Captain, when it come down to when it come down to the avalanche coming down, you got to be that one that's holding it up because they're going to look at you. Everybody going to be looking at you like, look, man, what you finna do? You got to make something shake.
That's right. That's right.
So you can't
Yeah.
you can't be
That's right.
going, you can't be hollering out, no, I'm not gonna go 50-50, or I'm not gonna do this for this man and all that. And he's that kind of dude. Come on, yo. It ain't a lot of people that can get up here and get that grind on like some people can. They gonna sit here and look crazy and cry and be like borrowing money and looking all and looking like they can't survive. That's what a man. I
Gotta make
believe
it
that's what
happen.
a man's supposed to have is survival instincts. Now, if you got a man that got
Yeah. Yeah.
survival
I
instincts,
agree.
like baby, we gonna
I
make it
agree.
out of this somehow, some way. You can't knock him.
That's
You
right.
you
That's
can't
right.
knock him when he needs your help, baby. I need your help. You gotta remember when y'all was down and out, baby. You know what I'm saying? You gotta remember when that man got up off his shit and he got on his shit and was like, "Oh, I don't know how he made it happen, but he made it happen." So you can't really you can't get upset at him if he asks you
I
to do something.
wish we had a lady on here because I would like to ask her that question. If you're if your man was down and out, what would you do? Would you leave him? Would you stick beside him? Would
Hey
you help him pay
man,
the bills? You know what I mean? How you
hey
gonna
man,
come
because
through?
that's the each his own though. Because
I just want to know.
I, it's even dudes that do that to women though. It's even dudes that do that to women though.
Yeah.
Cause I ain't even gonna lie, like there's a lot of suckers out here that like that. And because I don't like to play both sides,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
dudes out here, yo, that let their women just fall on their face or don't take care of their kids, all that kind of stuff. So it's like I understand where women be coming from. You feel me? Like I understand where women be coming from
Right.
and be like, yo, I gotta do all this shit by myself. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't got that oomph that got that fuck man. I'm like, okay, yo,
That,
okay,
yeah,
build this
that
high
go
this
get it
week,
attitude.
or build this high this month. Yo, we gotta make something shake. A woman got to do it herself.
Right.
So
Yeah, bro. I mean,
I
it's a
understand that part.
partnership, man.
Where I done seen my moms do that shit. You can't fault a women for how after generations done gone through so much. Man, you get enough generation of bums, you create this monster.
Yeah,
You create
yeah,
this monster.
yep.
You create
And
this monster,
I
and we
think that's
sit
where
here
we
and
at
be
right
like,
now,
"Oh, yo,
bro.
women ain't this and women ain't that, bro." I seen my moms go through it. I seen a lot of women. I seen a lot of my friends' moms go through it. Whereas though, yo, you created this monster in 2025, oh, women is like this and what, yo, cuz, like, look what happened throughout these decades, because there's
Mhm.
only a few of us.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's where we at right now, man. I think that's where we at right now when it comes to women in the workforce, man. They going out and getting theirs, man. And that's why I say you can't be mad at them for having standards and having high standards and having high expectations for a man to walk in their life because they've been grinding just as hard as
For
men have
sure.
been. You know what I mean? They going to school, they working two
Sure.
jobs. You know what I mean? They working 12 hours a day. They out there putting it on, getting it in. So you can't
Sure.
be mad at them when they say, you know what I mean? If you can't
Yeah,
help me, leave me. You know what I'm saying?
I can't
So
be a
I'm with
hypocrite
you.
when
I
I'm a
understand.
dude that was raised by females. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't be a hypocrite and be like I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I want to be a man. I want to be the leader of my household. I am that, but I can't sit there and knock a woman because I can say, yo, my mom's like she ain't have no dude like me. She didn't have a dude like
Right.
she could just call, oh, my baby daddy, like
I,
he gonna make sure we straight. Nah, cats was up and they was
right.
gone. And if you ain't got no relationship with them no more, they ain't rocking with you. They're not
Right.
gonna do but
Right.
so much for the kid because they not in the household, which I don't believe in. I don't
Yeah.
have that I don't know, like yo, you see no evil, don't hear no evil, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't rock like that. If that was my home and I took care of my home, that's my home. So if my sons are with their moms and they in trouble because I'm in trouble. So it don't go without asking. And whoever I'm with
Right.
have to understand that shit. I'm not gonna just get up and leave my sons and be
Yeah.
like, oh well, catch up with me when you can, my nigga, because that's how it be. So you need a woman out here like, yo, I can't even call on a dad because he's not with me. And he was the one holding down the household. He was the one taking care of the household. And the dude like that would be like, man, I ain't there. I can't help you. You know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing for you.
That's what I'm saying.
How
So,
many times you and your lady fall out and she still might need you? What you supposed to do? You can't just say, oh, cause you mad at me, Wayne. Nigga, you gotta still represent. You know what I'm saying? You still got to represent, no doubt. So
absolutely.
that's how I feel about that. Like, man, I can't just sit here and be like, yo, we don't deal with, my kids I got over here at this house over here and do that and shit and have you over there because if she's struggling, your kids is struggling. You know what I'm saying?
Struggling. Yeah, that's right.
So
That's
that's what
right.
I'm saying. So why? So how can I watch you struggle? How can I watch you struggle and just be like, oh well, shit, I ain't in that relationship no more. I can't even deal with like that. So that's what I'm saying. I done seen that with my own eyes. I done seen it like, yo, dudes won't be that man. And I'm like, how you call yourself a man if you just jump up? Okay, whatever, it ain't work out or what, however it is, but you just a man, and you the man in the household, and you just jump up and you just leave that situation like, oh man, I'm gone, I'm out. And you was that dynamic of the household, and you don't leave no structure. Yo, you gotta have
Right.
some kind of stability there, so your sons can like, yo, my dad ain't just like my dad might he they might have broke up, but he ain't leave me. He ain't leave us. And that's where you got
Yeah.
today's families at like how these like a lot of these cats like in the NFL draft and all that, they with their moms because they like, yo, my dad just got up and walked out, and he just like, yo, just left my mom. Okay, he over there, he
Yeah.
playing football over there, he good, and you lead a woman with doing everything. So once she done realize that she can do everything on her own, she ain't worrying about you. She gonna raise the kid, not to worry about you. Nah, you don't worry about him. He ain't nobody. He just got up and left us. He ain't even make sure you was good. And like, so I understand where the nature of the beast is at right now. I do understand it, but I just think that it's a lot of guys out here that's not fully represented like us, cause basically it's we only a few. It's only a few of us out here, and you can't really you really have to get a hold of young men to explain to them what's really going on. Like have some kind of evidence that you can explain to them what's really going on. Like if you don't have no evidence to
Willing to
explain what's
listen
really
to.
going on out here, the kids won't even know. And they grow up real with a sour taste in their mouth
Yeah.
about what a man's supposed to look like.
Yeah. What is? Yeah. Absolutely. Man, you gave a lot to consider, a lot to think about, man. I hope any young man is in a position where they got to take care of their family in the house or outside the house. You know what I mean? You can still give them leadership. You can still be a provider. You can still be a protector. Tonight episode was really thought provoking, and the subject matter was very, very. It took a pivot because we was talking about the values or who is most valuable in a relationship to, really just talking about, which I think we both um, can talk about honestly and thoroughly because we are both men. So it went to talking about who's who's the most valuable in a relationship, which I think we discovered like both parties are valuable in their own right. But then we leaned into, who's the leader of the family and what that leadership looks like and who takes on that role. So I'm really excited what we're gonna talk about next week. You got any thoughts about next week? You want to pick this up, or what we gonna talk about next week? Yeah.
So it's like probably like a
Okay.
two-part episode type thing. So
Okay. All right. I'm looking forward to it.
man, you gotta promote me the book, man. You gotta send me a book or something, man. You gotta tell me what's been going on
All
for
right,
the
I got
last
you.
few
I got you.
years,
I
man. You
got
got them teaching
you. I
classes.
got
You
you.
got a
All right.
PhD. Like
All
there's a
right.
lot of in between
All right. This
stuff we
this
supposed to
what we're
be
gonna do
talking
next week.
about.
All right. So that's what we're gonna do next week. Before we get into our topic matters, before we get into our topic, we're gonna just do a segment,
All
just
right,
catching up. Just
we'll
letting
do
everybody.
15 minutes on and catch up. We'll do that, and then we'll jump off. We'll jump on
Yeah.
where we left off, and
Yeah.
we'll
All
talk
right.
about promotional things like your book, and I'll tell you about my candle company. We'll
All right.
yeah, we'll put
All
all that
right.
together, cuz.
Sound good. Sound
Well, this
good,
the
man. All
episode. This
right. Till
episode is the
next
first
time.
episode of the
This
second
is the
season of the
preacher
Preacher
and
and
the
the
gangster
Gangster. I'm Big Ant,
season. That's right.
the gangster.
I'm the preacher. Get
We back
into it.
next Thursday.
Hot topics,
And you
man.
see
Let's
me with the
rock.
so we gonna win, and I see you gonna say appreciate the win,
All right, bro. All
and we
right.
going to the
All
bowl.
right. We had a
But
good
hey,
night.
man, you have a good one. Love you, cuz.
All right, you too. I
Take
love
it
you,
easy.
bro.